Once upon a time, in the Old Testament lived a man called Nehemiah. He was commissioned to do nothing but to build a wall. This was an iconic wall which had protected Israel and the Jewish state from all its foes. But unfortunately, it had fallen in the days of Jeremiah, and its inhabitants left in chains, leaving the ruins behind, a painful phase in the history of the Jewish nation. Not only that, but King Nebuchadnezzar looted all the treasures of Israel and its temple. And now that a new era had come, the Medo-Persians ruled the world. Nehemiah and Israel had a chance to retell the tale of their nation. They had to change their narrative. And the signature of Artaxerxes, the most powerful man alive, was needed this time. At this moment, God thrust the destiny of the nation into the hands of a very unlikely personality. This was Nehemiah, the cupbearer in the great king's palace. Through his humble profession of handing the cup of wine to the king, he not only secured the authority to rebuild the wall, but also timber deal. The restoration of Israel's fortunes had begun. For this project, wood was a strategic resource since it was needed for making the gates of the wall and many other items that made the building of the wall is possible. We cannot deny that things like wooden carts and ladders were needed. Neither can we deny that wooden forms were needed for brick molding. Nehemiah 2 verse 8 mentions that Nehemiah secured a written permission to acquire wood from the king's forest. This was only the beginning. It goes without saying that food and water had to be organized for the laborers. Bricks had to be molded for the builders and transported to the site. It's strange to see how God's things work. It was not an architect or an engineer who masterminded the operations. It was just a cupbearer, a professional we may equate today to a T-boy. So, in the thrilling pages of Nehemiah's book, we see people of diverse talents and occupations uniting behind a cupbearer's God-given vision to rescue the national dream from the mud. Nehemiah's dream did not only appeal to the brick molders and bricklayers, but also to carpenters, loggers, water carriers, transporters, and many other professionals of the time. They had to heal the wound of a nation. Now, the building of the Jerusalem wall was too good to go unchallenged. There arose Sanballat and Tobiah who fought tooth and claw to stop the project. But Nehemiah triumphed, not because he was seen as king at Artaxerxes' pet, but because the hand of God was with him. Let us now jump into the great lesson of the day. Is Nehemiah's whole project relevant to your life? Maybe. Only God knows, but maybe you are the despised cupbearer or a T-boy of your community in whose hands God has vested greatness. Build your wall. Nehemiah was underqualified for the job of building the wall. At his best, he could mix wine, but he became the project director of a grand undertaking. Maybe like him, you are underqualified to realize your wish to get the job you want. Build your wall. Maybe your dream and expectations lie in mud right now, and it appears hopeless to restore yourself. Build your wall. Maybe you are not realizing the power of your connections like Nehemiah in King Artaxerxes' palace, not realizing that the man empowered by God to help him rebuild Jerusalem wall was just across the table sipping wine. Build your wall. Maybe there is a Sanballat and a Tobiah in your life fighting your destiny. A Sanballat and a Tobiah who think they can stop you from realizing your ambition. Build your wall. Let us, however, not forget that it was neither Nehemiah nor Artaxerxes who were central to the story, but God himself. The reality of the matter is that God gave the wall to Nehemiah in the spiritual realm before Artaxerxes handed him the approval in the physical arena. So allow Jesus to write your story spiritually before you live it physically. Thank you. One more thing, please support this channel by visiting the online Christian store to which I am an affiliate. Just click the link below and straight away you land on our website where you can shop a whole variety of gifts and goodies from Jerusalem. They range from jewelry, clothes, oils, and more for any budget. Please note, if you buy after visiting the site through my link below, you will be supporting me without extra cost on your part. Without you, this channel will cease to exist. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Yours faithfully, Bible Page Tenor. God bless you. Amen.